Okay guys, welcome back. We're making another recipe for you. Today we're doing my cheesy bacon chicken. First things first, find you a good Pyrex dish. Take your dish, put your chicken in it, however much it takes to fill it up. Once you've got that figured out, put all your chicken into a gallon bag. That gallon bag, you're gonna take it, get you a piece of fresh garlic. Do not use powdered garlic for this recipe. You're gonna wanna crush that into the bag. Okay, once that's in there, you're going to want to add in just a splash or two of olive oil. Once you've got that in there, seal up your bag and start working it around. Once your chicken's all moved around, you've got it worked in nice, let that set for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay guys, we've waited our 15 minutes on our chicken to marinate here in a little bit of olive oil and garlic. So, take your chicken, start getting it laid out. You want it one level thick. That's why you had to make sure how much chicken you were putting in before you thawed it out and put it in the bag. So once you've got it all laid out in your pan, we're going to add just a little bit of pepper to everything. If you like spicy things like I do, now's when you would add a little bit of cayenne. Okay, you've got your chicken all peppered and everything, so now it's time to start wrapping it in bacon. Whatever your favorite bacon is, that's the bacon you need to go out and find. You want to make sure you get every piece completely wrapped in bacon. Okay guys, now once we've got the bacon wrapped around everything, we're going to have our oven preheated to about 350 degrees. We're going to put the chicken in there for say 20 minutes to 25 minutes, depends on what kind of chicken you're using, how thick it is and everything. I'm going to start out with about 20 minutes. After that, I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to pour off all the bacon fat because this bacon's going to start to render as it's in the oven. We need to get rid of that bacon fat before we get to our next step. Okay guys, we've got our oven preheated now to 350 degrees as you can see. And it's time to put our bacon wrapped chickens in there. Okay guys, so our chicken's been in there for about 25 minutes. I let it go just a little bit longer. We're going to drain off some of the fat. One thing about doing your chicken wrapped in bacon is the bacon fat's going to be a little crazy. So as you can see here, we're just going to pour it off as best as we can. Okay, once you have your bacon fat all drained off, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the topping for it. Our topping is pretty simple. We're going to take a stick of butter and we're going to take a half a pack to a pack and a half of Ritz crackers. I like to use these little half packs so that you don't have to waste a big pack. And then the rest of it we're going to do some panko. Sometimes I use the seasoned panko, sometimes I use the regular panko. Either way, it'll help knock down the salt from the regular Ritz crackers. I'm going to use a stick of butter, and I'm going to use salted butter for mine. You can use unsalted. It'll help tame down the salinity. So putting 2 of those in is equal to 1 stick. And I'm just going to throw that in the microwave till it's liquefied. And then I'm going to mix that in with the panko and the Ritz crackers, and then I'm going to dump it all on top. So let me put that in the microwave, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so the first thing I did was melt my butter. Now I'm going to take my packs of crackers, and it's easiest just to crush them while they're in their packs. You want them to be powdered. You don't want to leave a bunch of big lumps. Like the full packs like this, if you just crush it, it'll pop right in the middle, right nicely like that, and then you can just dump it in. And remember, like I said, you need to add in your panko. 1 full tube of the big tubes of Ritz is usually enough for your butter. So if you do a half a pack of Ritz, you want to add about the same amount of panko. If you add a pack and a half of Ritz, you want to add about, a quarter of what that would end up being in panko crumbs. The more you add of panko crumbs, the less salty it'll be. So now we've got the Ritz cracker and the panko all mixed up. As you can see, it's looking delicious. We're just going to add that on top of our chicken and bacon. Once you've got your panko and Ritz cracker mix on top of everything, you just kind of want to tap it down a little bit. Get it, worked into those crevices and everything. And once that's all on there, you're gonna throw it back in the oven for probably another 15 minutes or so just to start to brown the top. We've had about 20 to 25 minutes for our chicken. The next thing we wanna do, once we've got the top nice and crispy, is we wanna add some slices of cheddar cheese. So now we have that all on top there. We're gonna slide this back in the oven for another, 2 to 6 minutes. Just enough to melt that cheese on good, get it a little bit browned, and from there, we'll pull it out and serve. Okay guys, we've had about another 4 minutes of time to melt our cheese. We're gonna go ahead and turn off our oven, and this is what our finished product's gonna look like. And it's time to serve it and be done with it. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and if you did, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and expect another recipe come next Wednesday. Thanks guys. Hey guys, today's episode, we have to thank Rob and Jordan for letting us use their kitchen.